You are watching Khaos Crypto News, the crypto news that you need to know.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Khaos Crypto News, the crypto news that you need to know. I'm your host, Khaos Stubbs, and today we're going to be talking about the meme coin mania that's going on. We're going to talk about XRP. We're going to talk about some crypto gaming. We're going to talk about some cool new Web3 television series coming up, and we're going to talk about some hacks, of course. So I hope you're all doing well today. Let's get right into it. So, breaking news. Coinbase has launched an international exchange amid the legal battle with the SEC. Coinbase has expanded its operations internationally by launching a new exchange. The launch of the new international exchange marks a significant step in this direction. The company aims to provide institutional clients access to digital assets like Bitcoin and Ether, perpetual futures contracts, settling all transactions in USDC. So, Coinbase International Exchange is here. Institutional traders in eligible non-US jurisdictions now have access to trade perpetual futures settled in USDC with up to 5x leverage. The move towards a global perpetual futures exchange for digital assets is aimed at supporting an unupdating of the financial system by making Coinbase's trusted products and services more accessible to users of digital assets who live outside of the US. The exchange will offer real-time, 24/7, 365 risk management with liquidity provided by external market makers and no proprietary trading. As mentioned before, Coinbase International Exchange has also announced the launch of its Bitcoin and ETH perpetual futures contracts. However, these products are available exclusively to institutional clients in eligible non-US jurisdictions and offer up to 5x leverage, settling all trading in USDC without fiat on-ramps. Pretty interesting stuff there. It's almost as if they're poking the bear during this legal battle that they've got going on, but it's good that they're kind of branching out a little bit. But I mean, Coinbase didn't support XRP, so whatever, you know. We got more Coinbase news here. Coinbase was actually hit with a lawsuit over alleged biometric privacy violations, and this is pretty interesting stuff. Definitely a red flag. The crypto exchange Coinbase is facing a class action lawsuit alleging a privacy violation in its operation. A customer accused the exchange of breaching privacy laws in Illinois in collecting and storing users' fingerprints and facial scans. On May 1st, a Coinbase customer filed a lawsuit against the crypto exchange in a California district court. The user stated that Coinbase harvests the uploaded copies of customers' valid ID and self-portraits during account opening. Though the exchange placed the requirements to conduct Know Your Customer checks, the user alleged that it violated privacy laws. According to a case filing, Coinbase allegedly violated some of Illinois' Biometric Information Privacy Act provisions, and the document stated that the BIPA demands Coinbase to have customers' permission before collecting their biometrics. Further, it must declare the purpose for such data collection, and the users should be aware of how long it will store such data. Further yet, the lawsuit argues that Coinbase has no written policy released to the public that states its data retention schedule. Also, the exchange lacks procedures for the destruction of its biometric data permanently. The complaint noted that Coinbase's collection and storage of such users' details poses high and irreversible privacy risks. As such, the suit seeks damages of $5,000 per intentional BIPA violation or $1,000 if the court rules that the alleged violation was unintentional. Also, the exchange will bear the attorney fees and other court costs attributed to the case. Interesting stuff. We're going to move into some meme coin mania. Pepe token soars to 500 million market cap as meme coin fever grips crypto traders. Excuse me. Pepe, the token that sprouted out of the Pepe the Frog meme, has rocketed to $502 million market cap following a 2,100% rise since it was issued last month. Pepe has around 75,000 holders, with several wallets, excluding centralized exchanges, holding in excess of 5 million worth of the tokens. The Pepe token surged by a 350% gain over the weekend alone, and derivatives exchange BitMEX on Tuesday said it is listing perpetual swaps for the token, which will allow traders to trade the volatile asset, with as much as 50x leverage, which is ridiculous for such a volatile asset. Well, hype around the meme token continues to build. Some early investors have been cashing out. One trader sold $2 million worth of the token using MetaMask swaps. They ended up losing $350,000 as they were hit with 25% slippage due to minimal liquidity. Another trader temporarily tanked the price of Pepe by almost 50% as they cashed out $678,000 worth of the token. And again, I mean, I know I've talked about this a little bit before, but I really don't like investing into these coins with no utility, no point. And I mean, like the one we talked about the other day, wrecked. We can't guarantee that you're going to get rugged, but we can guarantee you're going to get wrecked. Like, why would you buy that? Why would you buy that? Same with this. Like, yes, I understand there's opportunity to gain, but like, I'd say probably 80% of the people that are putting their money into this are losing. And there's a few people at the top who are making those crazy gains. So it's definitely not a winning bet, if you ask me. Moving on, Elon Musk appears to endorse another altcoin, and the price of that coin jumps 70% in just an hour. A 2-word tweet resulted in this 70% spike. So Cult DAO skyrocketed by over 70%. Musk's tweets have had several influences on the prices of certain currencies as well as some stocks. Often, community considers his tweets as an endorsement for various meme coins. The price rise happened as the community members speculated if Elon Musk was tweeting about Cult DAO. As of writing, Cult is trading at basically nothing, 0.0000757 cents, up more than 53% in 24 hours. The official website says the purchase of Cult is to empower and fund those building and contributing towards our decentralized future. We give funding to those who are ready to break the chains and have an idea that can change our world. And apparently the tweet was essentially just cult culture. So interesting that this one guy has the power to move the markets in such a way. But like Patrick was saying, he is kind of like the guy. He's like the biggest guy in all of these industries. So it kind of makes sense. Now, moving on here, Level Finance confirms a $1 million exploit due to a bug. Man, I wish I could find one of these bugs. Although, you know, I'm not a hacker, white hat or otherwise, so it's all beyond my skill level. But Level Finance, a decentralized exchange, witnessed a security compromise on the 1st of May, allowing an attacker to steal more than 1 million of the platform's native Level token. Level Finance alerted its 20,000 Twitter followers that over 214,000 of the exchange's Level tokens had been stolen and exchanged for over 3,300 BNB, with a market worth of around $1 million. Level Finance's Level Referral Controller V2 smart contract featured a fault that allowed for repeated referral claims from the same period, according to blockchain security startup TechShield. The exchange also verified this in a later statement on Discord. The V2 controller contract has received multiple calls to the claim multiple function within the last 48 hours. Level Finance stated that it would release a fresh implementation of the referral contract within the following 12 hours. The team has temporarily shut down the referral program, effectively ending the attack. Now, some XRP news. 2 XRP pairs delisted from Binance, and here's what happened. Binance, one of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges worldwide, has declared its intention to terminate the trading and subscription of XRP up and XRP down USDT leveraged token pairs. Traders on Binance can utilize the leveraged tokens, up and down pairs on many tokens, more than just XRP, to take positions with magnified exposure. These tokens represent a group of perpetual contracts with the token price fluctuating in line with variations in the national value of the perpetual contracts in the group and modifications in the leverage multiple. By using these tokens, traders can boost their potential gain or losses without the fear of liquidation. Binance has not given any specific reason for the removal of XRP up and XRP down. However, it is likely due to the regulatory uncertainty surrounding XRP. Now, I'd say probably a year and a half or 2 years ago, I was playing around with these leveraged tokens, and despite following signals, despite following information, despite seeing where the token's heading, I was never able to make any gains at all. In fact, it just lost me money. So maybe I was doing something wrong, but in doing some more research on Reddit, people were saying very similar things, that it's kind of a rigged game. So if you've had any success using these leveraged tokens, definitely say something in the comments. I'd be interested to hear. If you've also had no success and you've lost money like myself, then I'd also like to hear that just to gather some more data on the situation. A little bit more XRP news here. So we got a Ripple versus SEC court update. A secret undisclosed meeting next week? Well, let's dig in. And yet another month has gone by without a verdict in the legal battle between Ripple Labs and the US SEC. Although several lawyers from the XRP community has estimated the chances of a verdict by the end of April to be very high, Judge Torres has still not issued a ruling. But a few hours ago, a rumor now surfaced on Twitter that could imply that a decision in the legal battle is near. However, since this is an unconfirmed rumor from an anonymous source, it should be taken with a grain of salt. The Twitter account Blockchain Daily stated that Ripple and the SEC are reportedly holding an undisclosed meeting on May 8th. The speculation now circulating on Twitter is that it could be about a settlement. However, XRP community attorney John E. Deaton would bet that the rumor is false. According to him, lawyers from the SEC and Ripple can meet anytime they want. I don't think they would pick a date a week from now and then leak it out. Deaton, who further surmises that a settlement won't happen that way. Why would Ripple settle after winning? Well, according to Deaton, under certain circumstances, it may make sense for Ripple to enter into a settlement after a potential victory against the SEC. This would be not like 2 years ago, but would depend on the decision and whether the SEC would appeal. Ripple could also be concerned about the regulatory safety of its partners. Does Bank of America, a Ripple partner, feel comfortable with the decision or wait to see if Torres gets overturned if the SEC appeals her ruling? Remember, the SEC can file a notice of appeal and withdraw it later, the lawyer writes. In addition, Deaton thinks that Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse will be happy to sign a settlement check if the SEC classifies all future sales of XRP as non-securities and does not appeal. Why? Because that would mean an immediate return of liquidity to the US, but a settlement would also only be necessary if Torres does not already provide for it in her ruling. Now let's talk about some AI news today. IBM CEO plans to replace 7,800 jobs with AI. The nightmare of artificial intelligence taking over the job market is coming true as IBM CEO intends to replace 7,800 jobs with AI. With the rise of generative AI tools, many believe it could replace entry-level coders, designers, and writers. According to Bloomberg, Krishna wants to pause his hiring for the roles whose job could be done with AI. Particularly, he mentioned that IBM would slow down or even halt hiring for non-customer facing roles, such as human resources. Krishna says, I could easily see 30% of that getting replaced by AI and automation over a 5-year period. Krishna also believes that AI won't be able to perform certain HR duties, like analyzing employee productivity, for about the next 10 years. 55% of adults reject the idea that employers using AI to decide whether to fire someone is not a good idea. Also, 47% of adults are against using AI analysis to determine whether an employee is eligible for a promotion. Moreover, 62% of respondents believe that AI will majorly impact the workforce in the next 20 years. This last bit here will actually lead us right into the next article. So Samsung is concerned about a data leak. Well, in a separate development, Samsung has asked its employees not to use any AI tools like ChatGPT. The decision was taken after the company discovered an employee leaked sensitive code through ChatGPT. Samsung has expressed grave concerns about AI tools as the company cautioned that it could lead to the dismissal of an employee from their job. Let's dig into that a little deeper here. So the company will ban the use of any generative AI tools like ChatGPT, and this new policy comes after Samsung staff uploaded a sensitive code to the platform. Such measures are in place. The company is temporarily restricting the use of generative AI. It includes any generative AI tools on Samsung-owned computers, tablets, phones, and internal networks. So any employees who use such tools were asked not to submit any company information or else risk disciplinary action up to and including termination of employment, of course. A lot of leaks going on. It's mind-boggling. I don't know what to say much about it. We're going to talk a little more about these leaks in one of the next articles coming up here in just a couple minutes. And this might really shock you, to be honest. Some really cool news coming out of the Web3 entertainment and TV industry here. So Shark Tank meets crypto. CoinMarketCap launches Killer Whale TV show. Major crypto price tracking site CoinMarketCap is venturing into the world of reality TV with the launch of Killer Whales, a new contest show focused on Web3. The show, inspired by the popular TV series Shark Tank, is being produced in partnership with Web3 entertainment company Hello Labs. Killer Whales is set to begin filming in June and designed to serve as a way to entertain and educate the global public on the intricacies and evolving tech of the Web3 world. Contestants will pitch their crypto and NFT projects to a panel of industry expert judges referred to as whales, which is composed of entrepreneurs, influencers, and founders of Web3 companies. Quality pitches can receive swim votes from the judges, while those that cannot survive over the long term in the eyes of the judges will receive sink votes. The goal is to obtain the most swim votes and the fewest sink votes for a chance to rank at the top of the series leaderboard and be crowned the series winner. Submissions can be made via the Hello One website portal starting May 2nd. The airing of the show is expected later in 2023. I'm sure that's a typo. Our aim is to open the door to the next billion users into Web3 by entertaining and educating them on all things crypto. Notably, the show also aims to introduce a Web3 friendly way for communities to vote for their favorite projects and NFTs and show their support. Once a project has applied, it is encouraged to engage their communities to upvote their project's page and stand a chance of claiming the public voted wildcard slot on each episode. Those interested in participating in the voting process can claim their daily votes by connecting their Web3 wallet with Hello One. A little bit of Litecoin in the news today. Litecoin community introduces LTC20, an experimental standard for NFTs. Litecoin community members are testing an LTC20 standard for the purposes of fungibility. The token is just an experiment at the moment, but could turn into more. The standard is a fork from the BRC20 standard, and the community describes it as a just for fun experimental standard, demonstrating that you can create off-chain balance states with inscriptions. Now, I'm really not sure what that means because I haven't looked into this too much, but the standard is being developed on top of the Litecoin Ordinals protocol, with the supply being 84 million. The BRC20 standard that was referred to is a token standard for an experimental fungible token built with ordinals and inscriptions and stored on the Bitcoin base chain. It's unclear whether there will be a massive change stemming from this, but the community is nonetheless excited. Litecoin is one of the oldest cryptos in the market and still continues to have a lot of clout. This is an extremely dynamic experiment, and I strongly discourage any financial decisions to be made on the basis of its design. I do, however, encourage the Litecoin community to tinker with standard designs and optimizations until a general consensus on best practices is met. And of course, we talked about this last week, but Litecoin halving is really not far away. There's less than 100 days before it's halving. That's poised to happen around August, I believe people were saying. So interesting stuff and exciting stuff there. If you're not holding Litecoin, now might not be a terrible time to pick some up. Again, not financial advice. Now, this actually today is one of today's top stories, I should say, and I buried it at the end here, but pretty interesting stuff. So darknet hackers are selling crypto accounts for as low as $30 a pop. Cyber criminals from the darkest parts of the internet are reportedly selling hacked, verified crypto accounts on the darknet for as low as just $30 a piece. The prices of some of the ill-gotten cryptocurrency accounts include Kraken starting at $1,100, Binance at $400, Crypto.com at $300, Coinbase at $250, and US verified Bittrex accounts starting at $30. These figures mark a significant increase from the prices paid for the same account details in 2022. According to data from last year's edition of the Dark Web Price Index, in 2022, hackers were paying just $260 and $250 for verified Kraken and Binance accounts, respectively. Hacked accounts can be used to illegally evade know your customer measures on popular exchanges. Crypto accounts aren't the only items on the list, though. Account information for credit cards with balances of up to $5,000 are sold for just $110, while login credentials for online bank accounts with balances of up to $2,000 are sold for just $60. Login details for all manner of social media accounts are also up for grabs, including hacked Facebook, Airbnb, and Gmail accounts, starting as low as $25 a pop. And for our final story today, something I've been pushing for quite a while, Web3 gaming reigns supreme in crypto, raises over $7 billion in record time. If you're not paying attention to Web3 gaming, you ought to be. Web3 gaming has emerged as the hottest sector in the crypto world, raising over $7 billion in funding over the past 18 months. This is more than any other crypto sector in the industry, highlighting the immense potential and popularity of the gaming sector in this ecosystem. The $7 billion in funding has been raised by a diverse range of Web3 gaming projects, from massive multiplayer online games to decentralized gaming platforms. This funding has enabled the projects to develop and expand their offerings, bringing new and innovative gaming experiences to players around the world. Gaming will be the primary driver of crypto mass adoption due to its ability to gamify financial incentives. While DeFi is already making significant strides in disrupting traditional finance, he believes gaming is expected to be the catalyst that takes crypto to the next level. And I believe him as well. Gaming is one of the biggest industries in the world as it is. And crypto Web3 gaming is like a tiny fraction of the adoption where it could be in a few years when it starts taking over the gaming world. There's all these skins and visual additions you can buy in a lot of these games, and that just makes so much sense with crypto. And if you go back to a game that kind of flopped, but it really looked like it had potential, Star Citizen, they've been promising to put out that game for I think like 10 years already. See, that game should have been designed with crypto implementation from the get-go because of the way it works. You can't even play the game without buying a ship, but it doesn't cost anything to play the game. You just have to buy a ship really to get started because there's nothing to do otherwise, apparently. So I think like they started $150. That ship should be an NFT. The currency should be a cryptocurrency, and that whole ecosystem should be based around crypto where there's actual value for spending your time. Also, to touch on that quickly, it's not a crypto game, of course, but they did promise the world. They promised like the most intense game where you could land on planets and like do all this stuff and fly and go to different planets. And, they promised everything to be absolutely massive. Well, I mean, they ended up only doing, I think, 2 or 3 planets after all these years. And I think there's a lawsuit going on over it and stuff. It's just crazy. So, again, I don't want to get too far off topic here, but if you're not into the Web3 and crypto gaming, it's something you absolutely need to check out. I'm going to touch a little bit more on this article here. So the development of Web3 gaming infrastructure is facing several challenges, particularly when it comes to the availability of skilled developers and regulatory compliance. And as you'll see, very few crypto games and Web3 games are really, really, really high quality. Most are pretty terrible, but do have potential. But the ones that are really high quality are the ones that are not focusing on crypto. They're first focusing on gaming and gamers. AAA game development and porting are notoriously challenging and often taking 3 to 6 years with large teams and many bugs and glitches at launch. The integration of Web3 incentives and blockchain technology only adds to the complexity of game development, making it even more challenging to deliver high-quality, bug-free games. Now, again, to touch on that, you go buy a $60, $80, $100 game, a AAA game that's not a crypto game, and the game is fucking broken on launch all the time. So you're buying a game, it doesn't work, you got to wait for a day one patch, and then even then a month later, they're still patching bugs. Battlefield's a great example. That game was absolutely garbage at 2042 for like a year, and then it started being okay, and even now it's not like what it should be. So the fact that the crypto gaming is facing some regulatory issues isn't really all that big of a deal, if you ask me. Not even just regulatory issues, but just delivering high quality games isn't really that big of a deal because your AAA studios that are known around the world are not delivering high quality games. So anyways, let's move on here. Despite these challenges, the potential rewards of Web3 gaming are worth the effort. Overall, by gamifying financial incentives, crypto platforms can make finance more accessible, I should say, engaging and fun, and driving adoption using bridging benefits of crypto to a wider audience. With that, we're going to wrap up today's episode. I want to thank you all for watching. We will not be doing a Chaosverse this week as Patrick is traveling again, but stay tuned. A little later today, we're going to be dropping the long-awaited Zoj interview that we haven't got to yet. It's a really good one. It's over an hour long, and we are going to touch on all aspects of Zoj. We're also going to be doing more Chaos Crypto news, more in the Chaosverse next week, and we got some stuff lined up for you. Congratulations to Darren to winning the XRP coin, and make sure you all stick around for more giveaways and raffles. Again, thank you all for watching. Have yourself a great day, and we will catch you in the next one. Chaos Dubs out.